But first tonight, it's day 2 of the nurses' strike at Rhode Island and Hasbro Children's Hospitals.
Taking a live look outside of Rhode Island Hospital, where UNAP members are taking shifts on the picket line as they remain off the job tonight. And
here's where things stand right now. The Rhode Island Hospital Emergency Department is no longer diverting patients as of this afternoon. It's also now accepting stroke patients.
The hospital currently stands at 440 patients, which LifeBand says is currently lower than what they normally see during the week.
And breaking tonight, Miriam Hospital's emergency department is now on diversion as of 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Now, nurses are expected to picket until about 11 o'clock tonight, and we have live team coverage once again of the nurses' strike.
Consumer reporter Susan Campbell is working the latest on the impacts being felt by area hospitals dealing with the influx of patients.
But first, Eyewitness News reporter Steph Machado is live outside of Rhode Island Hospital with the latest on where things stand tonight. Steph.
The nurses remain here enthusiastically picketing outside Rhode Island Hospital where they work. Replacement nurses are inside taking care of the patients, and the hospital, as you say, now ending their diversion of patients, so all ambulances can resume bringing patients here to Rhode Island Hospital, at least for now. Now, we just sat down with the hospital's president to talk about this strike and the dispute with the nurses. 2,400 nurses and techs still out on the picket line Tuesday.
It's to make things safer for the patients. It's to make things better for us. We have been fighting for things such as new monitors in our pre-op. We are just trying to make things better for everyone.
No pillows. We have patients that come in for surgery with no pillows to give them.
Certainly, if there's a problem with supplies, we want to know about it.
We sat down with Rhode Island Hospital President Dr. Margaret Van Bree to ask her about the nurses' concerns about resources and safety.
That is not an issue that was germane to the negotiations or really brought up.
The union members turned down a contract offer earlier this month that Van Bree says she thought was generous.
We were aligned with the union, where they said, let's put money into nurses who are in the first 10 years of their careers.
Totally made a division in staff by giving people 10 years and younger a big raise, and people 10 years and older 2%.
Union leadership saying they want equitable pay raises across the board and more competitive salaries.
We value our nurses. We believe we put a package out there that showed how much we could value. But we also are a not-for-profit hospital, and we have very slim margins. And so we have to be here in the long run, and so we have to balance those things. But we think it was a very competitive package, and we are anxious to get back in discussions.
And there are no talks planned between the two sides this week. Coming up new at 6, what the hospital president says she wants to happen next to resolve this dispute. Live in Providence, I'm Steph Machado, Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Kim. Now, the nurses' strike at Rhode Island and Hasbro Children's Hospitals in its second day. New at 6, we're hearing from the president of Rhode Island Hospital on what she wants to happen next to end this dispute.
As we reported live at 5, Rhode Island Hospital has resumed accepting some patients, but we've seen patient increases at other area hospitals. Eyewitness News reporter Steph Machado begins our team coverage now live from the picket line in Providence.
It's day 2 of the strike. The nurses are here. They're loud. They're chanting. They are picketing in front of Rhode Island Hospital. This dispute is not expected to be resolved before the strike ends on Friday. And today the hospital president is speaking for the first time about the dispute and how she hopes it'll come to an end. Nurse after nurse telling Eyewitness News they need more resources to do their jobs at Rhode Island Hospital and Hasbro.
Had a patient literally almost die on me if I did not take her to the ICU because I could not find a monitor to transduce an arterial line.
I think we're missing basic supplies. I think we're missing what we've said before, respect from upper management. We are not compensated for our hard work.
Registered nurse Kathy Johnson striking with her kids. Her son Connor spending his 10th birthday on the picket line.
Because what they're doing is not fair and we really need to support it.
We have wonderful nurses. Many of them were really sad to leave their floors.
We sat down with Rhode Island Hospital President Dr. Margaret Van Bree about the dispute between the hospital and the nurses union. The members rejected a contract offer from the hospital.
Together with the committee, the unions committee, we came up with a package they said their membership would endorse. It didn't happen, and so we're going to have to go back and talk.
But there are no plans to talk during the strike, which is scheduled to last until Friday.
It'll be a period of time that we will cool off after the strike. People need to get back to kind of a normal operating situation, but we're anxious to talk with them and further those discussions.
So no plans to end this strike early, Mike and Shannon.
Steph, can you tell us more about what the main dispute is in the contract itself? What did the hospital offer versus what the union is asking for?
Yeah, so what the hospital offered about a week and a half ago that was brought to the union membership for a vote was a contract with raises between 6% and 21% over the course of the 3-year contract. So that's about 2% to 7% per year. And a lot of nurses here tell me they didn't like that there were different wage increases for different categories of nurses, and they rejected that offer. Now, the union has declined to tell us what they counter-offered, and they've made now several counter-offers, but they won't tell us exactly what those numbers are, but we know that they want equitable pay increases and competitive salaries, so they'll have to go back to the table after the strike is over and try and get that. Mike, Shannon?